So I'm not gonna lie, this is probably not a good idea. You think it'll make the service with all these cell phones in here?
Well, I don't know.
In the past few years, I've noticed so many random companies selling these budget in-ear monitor systems, these wireless guitar systems, these microphone wireless system, lavalier mics, whatever, for super, super cheap. And honestly, it made me think about this question is like, are these companies actually legit? Are these products actually any good? Should we be spending, our money on them? Today, what I wanted to do is go over one of those companies that have popped up recently in the past couple of years called Xvive. And what I wanted to do is go through some of their most popular products that I have personally used on the road to determine if they're actually legit. Now, before we get started, if you're interested in supporting this channel, feel free to check out my website, travisdykesmusic.com, to where if you make a purchase to any of the products on there, it will help bring you more videos. And just a quick FYI, this video is sponsored by Sweetwater, but they are not paying me to say anything untruthful. They're not paying me to say a bunch of good things about these products or anything. I am speaking from experience, and I'm gonna tell the pros and the cons about each of these products.
All right, so I just got here to the venue we're playing at, and so I still have the Xvive system like straight up in the box, so I gotta unbox it. We have a little in-between time right now, so I'm gonna ask the front of house guy and see if we can make it work. I'm excited to figure this out. I mean, I think we could figure it out, but I think the audio guy here is good. Let's figure this out.
Oh, Xvive? Yeah, bro.
Have you used this?
I haven't used their in-ear system, but I've used their transmitter and put it left, right out of their console.
So, and I've got this wireless unit right here for the actual guitar as well.
Oh, snap. Have you used that? Are you going to use that tonight?
Yeah, I think I'm going to use it tonight.
So the U2 is pretty much a wireless guitar system that you can fit in your pocket. See how small these things are? So literally I could put both of these in one hand and stick it literally in my pocket and go to a gig and use it. And I have. I always keep a set of these in my backpack just in case I needed them. Sometimes if I'm playing like an arena or a stadium or something like that, I may get something that's a little bit, got a little bit more range, but probably 80 to 85% of everything I do with wireless systems, these things can handle.
It works! It works! But the battery is about to die, so I need to go charge it. Now here's the real thing. We've got to use this in service tonight, in the actual setting when we play in our set. So we'll see how this works.
All right, now for the nerdy stuff. It broadcasts over a 2.4 gigahertz band, and it has a 70 feet range when it comes to distance if you can use it from, the transmitter and receiver. And then also it lasts for up to 5 hours on a full charge. Now, the only con that I have with this particular product is that it doesn't have the range for really big stages, for arenas and for catwalks and different things like that. But honestly, when it comes to just me as a musician, most of the time I'm not in arenas and stadiums all the time, and so it lasts for pretty much 80 to 85% of the things that I do normally. So it is a con, but it's not too big of a con for the price. Now, the current price of this U2 is I think $123 USD. And honestly, this is just like a good system to just have with you. Even if you have another one, at least in my opinion, just have this. It's always been helpful. Like if you want to get something that's bigger, if you play a lot of bigger stages, get one that has a better range, but have this in your back pocket. I always have it in my back pocket. If something happens, I could just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I got this. Let's just plug this in, plug it into my pedal, and we're good to go. All right, now let's talk about the U4 in-ear system. This is probably one of the products that really shocked me, especially when it comes to traveling and having an in-ear system that you could just fit in your pocket, literally. It has really great build quality. It's metal and it feels really solid. I've had this for a little bit now, and it has not, like, I haven't even scratched it. Like, it's just so solid. It is metal and it's got a great encasing. The thing is that if you ever use a wireless system, sometimes it can be a lot to carry around with you. So this small portable size makes a huge difference, especially if you're playing an opening set, or if you're, you know, playing for something under an hour or something like that. This is just really easy. Even if you're playing for over an hour, you know, or playing with bigger artists, this still is like a great one to have. All right, now the nerdy stuff about this one is that it's 24-bit 48K, just like the last product. And also it pushes and broadcasts over a 2.4 gigahertz band. And then also it has a 90 feet of range, which is more than the U2, which is really nice. It also has a 5-hour battery life when it's fully charged. Now, on this product, there are a couple of cons that I've had with this, and it's not big things. These are like things that are pretty much solved now ever since like I first got them. One thing is that the switch on the top that cuts it on and off moves kind of easily. And so when you put it in a backpack, sometimes it will, like, if you don't put it in there just right, or if you cause it to move at all, it'll cut the pack on and the battery will run out, and when you go to use it, it's like, oh, it's dead. Like, you know, what happened? Now, I will say this, they have made a solution for this, which really has solved this, is their case that they've made for it. And now when you put it in the case, you can't even like touch, nothing can even touch the switch. I will say the only thing about this case is that if you don't have a lot of space, it can be a little bit bulky. Just note that if you get the case.
So I have 1/4-inch cable to male XLR. So theoretically, this should be able to just plug straight in here, and then this will plug into your AVM.
So I got this cable. This is a, what is this, 1/4-inch, and it goes out, it
like
splits
a
out.
Stereo, yeah.
Balance out stereo. So I'm just gonna go in here. This may not work.
So theoretically, you can go there if you split the signal. Mm-hmm. You can come here for one. This will be for your in-ear, basically.
Mm-hmm. Maybe my vlog cable will work.
Yeah, maybe your vlog cable in here, and that'll go to your iRig.
And then I'll be wireless, huh?
And then you'll be wireless. And then we'll just see you take a lap during worship on the bass.
Just around.
That way we can test the line of sight.
I've never done this at a conference like this, at least at this scale conference. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm in the hands of Gabe.
Hey, if it doesn't work, we'll just plug it back the way we have it.
If it doesn't work, then Gabe's getting fired and I'm getting fired. So, all right, let's try this out. It's a little bit quieter than the other, like than when I'm just directing there.
Now, the other con I have with the U4 is that the gain sometimes feels a little bit low, you know, and so there's a switch on there that helps kind of boost it. But one solution that I have for this con is that when you're doing your, you know, mixing for your in-ears or anything like that, get them to just push that gain it up quite a bit, way more than what you actually need, so you can pull your volume back and have headroom to be able to turn it up. And that was my solution for it. And honestly, ever since I had that solution, that con hasn't really been a big deal. Now, the one thing I would say by using the U4, like when you're on tours or different things like that, is if you don't have a front of house engineer and your front of house is like way off into the distance, that 90-foot range is not gonna be probably enough to get you through a lot of, you know, bigger rooms and stuff like that. But if you have a monitor engineer, like right off to the side on stage or something like that, it'll get you through a lot, because 90 feet is actually a good amount of space. But if you're having to put the receiver or the transmitter like all the way at the front of house, that's the only time that I've ever had like an issue when it comes to like any type of breaking up or anything like that. Now, the current price of the U4, I think, is around $183 at the time of this video, USD. The case is about $19 USD at the time of this video. So you're looking probably, if you got both of these, just over $200. But it's really good if you want a wireless system that's not crazy expensive.
All right, so we tried the Xvive tonight and it didn't work. It happened during rehearsal. It just didn't like work for the exact setup that I was doing for when I was recording and going live streaming from my phone. But it would work if we didn't have that adapter that I said to get to try it. But it was just random issues. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to another city tomorrow and I'm going to use it again to see if we can get it to work this time.
Now let's talk about Xvive's newest product, which is the G1 guitar stand. This is like the only product this whole time that you can't fit in your pocket. Now this stand is really high quality. The build quality, it's metal, it's got padding, it's got a lot of great things. You can use it for electric basses or acoustic basses or electric guitars or acoustic guitars. The one thing that I do love about this, and probably the reason why I was like, I have to get one of these, is that there are not many of these type, portable stands on the market that are actually good and have a lot of stability. Because anytime I've used stands like this before, it's always been wobbly. My bass has fallen before. It's just so many different things that can come up, and I'm like, I don't ever want to use these type of stands. And so a lot of times when I fly, I don't bring a stand with me, and I always want to be prepared for anything on these gigs. And so this kind of hit that solution for me of being able to fly with it, use it in the studio, and not have to take anything extra, like an extra bag or anything like that. I could just slide it right into my bass case with my cables and be good to go. Now, a big part of this that makes it so stable is that it has 4 points of contact when you put it and set it up. Because once you fold this thing out, it has 2 spots up here, for your feet to go on the ground. And then back here, it has, once you turn this out, it has 2 more spots to keep it from rocking. So whenever you're using it and setting it up, it makes it really easy to be able to just set it up and it be just solid on any surface that you put it on. Now, the only con that I have with this particular product is that it's just a little bit pricey. I think currently it is $80 USD for the G1 butterfly guitar stand. But I will say, to find a stand like this, there's not that many out there, I'm not gonna lie, that are really stable that I trust. I mean, there are others out there, but there's not many that I actually trust, okay? And this is one that I actually would say I would trust to actually carry my instrument. If you are interested in getting this, just know it comes at a little bit of a higher price point. I would definitely say if you are a traveling musician and you want to always just have one with you, this is like a great purchase for that. That's really solid, not too heavy, and great quality. All right, now let's talk about the U6. Now, I know you're probably just like, well, this is not a musical instrument. Honestly, this is for my content creators out there. This is for my people who are doing, trying to get content when they're on the road and doing things like that. This is a great mic to just have that you can clip on to you when you're traveling on the road. Oh, and just so you can see it, it's another one of those ones you could just fit right in your pocket. And I think you can pretty much just clip this on right here and the microphone will catch your voice. And so it's just a great little mic to just have with you if you're creating any type of content. Now, the nerdy bits about this is that it's 24-bit 48K when it comes to the audio quality. It has a range of about 90 feet, which is really nice. And I think that's from transmitter to receiver. Now, when it's fully charged, it lasts for about 4 hours. And honestly, that usually, I'm not ever recording for 4 hours at a time. So, and it also has 4 channels. So if you have multiple sets, you can use them together. It's really cool. It's a really solid product and it's super portable. Like all of these Xvive products are just so portable. And I think that's the reason why I've actually used them, because I have other products that are the same as these, that may be even higher quality, but a little bit pricier and different things. But because of the portability of these, it just makes it so nice to have with you at all times. So I could literally have my wireless lav mic, my wireless guitar system, and a wireless in-ear system all in my backpack and not taking up much space, which is kind of crazy. Now, the current price of the U6 is $95. Now, if you're a content creator or someone who's trying to create more content, I think this would be a great investment because you probably wouldn't even you know, have to get another mic for a long while.
So I'm not gonna lie, this is probably not a good idea. What I'm gonna do, since I wasn't able to use the Xvive at, you know, that conference I was just at, this is my 4th event in a row that I'm at, and I was like, man, where can I use it? Where can I use it? And this is the last time to use it. I'm playing one song at this event, and I was like, you know what? I think I may try and see if I can do this again. But this time there's literally higher stakes. I'm playing one song and I haven't even went to sound check with it, which don't try this at home. Don't try this on a gig. I don't normally do this, but I have pretty good confidence. I just wanted to make sure I was able to actually pull this off in this video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the Xvive in-ear system, the wireless in-ear system, and the wireless guitar system, and I'm going to use it at this big event that I'm playing tonight. I'm playing one song at. I'm just gonna do it because I've actually used it before and I have pretty good confidence that it will work, but you just don't know like if it'll work. Of course it'll be the one time, the one song that I'm playing, so I may be regretting this, but I think it'd make for a good video, I guess. We'll see.
You ready?
No, not really.
How many were available? A life-changing message in a world where...
Awkward, but would you mind giving me that key? I'd like to hear you.
Yahweh seated high on his throne.
Now, it wound up working out on this scenario and it worked really well. For some reason, I couldn't figure out why the U2 wasn't working. I think it was because it was on a off channel or something like that. It was in my backpack on, you know, in case. And so it probably, you know, went to a different channel. I just didn't have time to figure it out. It's really easy to figure out. I've had that happen before. I've used all of this before. I've used the U2, the U4 before on the road, and I pretty much trust them really well. So that's the only reason why I even thought this was a good idea. So honestly, if you're wanting super portable products or like wireless systems for your guitar or for your in-ears or even for your lavalier mic and guitar stand, these products will actually be probably some of the most portable that you can purchase at this price point. And honestly, the portability is where I feel like these shine against all the rest. Now, if any of you are interested in any of the products I went over in today's video, feel free to check out my links to them in the description below. And also, if you are interested in more videos like this, breaking down some of these products from these budget level companies, let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you want to support this channel, feel free to click and make a purchase through any of my affiliate links in the description below, or check out my website, travisdykesmusic.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.